What is up, Bears fans, and welcome back to the Bear Review. I know it's been a few days, but today we're diving back into our 2025 free agent profiles. Last time we broke down Khalil Mack, but today I want to spotlight one of the most intriguing names in free agency, Saints defensive end, Chase Young. Let's get right into it. Now, it's no secret outside of the offensive line, the Bears need help getting to the quarterback. And to put it in perspective, last season, the Bears ranked 20th in total quarterback pressures with 207 and 16th in the NFL in sacks with 40. They also allowed an opposing quarterback time to throw of 2.95, which would rank them 30th out of all 32 NFL teams. Now, to break it down a little further, on key third downs, the pressure wasn't much better. They had a quarterback pressure percentage of 40.9 and a sack rate of 8.5%. That ranked them 21st and 25th in the league, respectively. This is, however, where Chase Young comes in. So we're going to look at what Young brings to the table to help improve these numbers, as well as some concerns fans might have of him coming to Chicago. Former Buckeye and NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year, stands at about 6 feet 5 inches tall and weighs in roughly about 265 pounds. Young also has ties to Chicago already, not only with former teammate Montez Sweat, but also with current Bears defensive coordinator Dennis Allen. When the New Orleans Saints signed Young last offseason, Allen bluntly had this to say: "He's got all the ability to play at an elite level in our league." And he wasn't wrong. You can see on the card here his PFF numbers weren't anything to write home about last year, but that doesn't tell the whole story. Young finished last year with 31 tackles, 8 tackles for a loss, 5.5 sacks, and a forced fumble. He also racked up 73 total quarterback pressures, good for 6th in the NFL. His pressure rate was 16.2%, which was higher than both Montez Sweat and DeMarcus Walker this season. And he led the Saints in a pass rush win rate percentage with 13.7. Now, for this video, I watched all 697 snaps Chase took this year, and here are some of my takeaways. What you need to know is Young exhibits exceptional athleticism as an edge rusher, characterized by impressive linear velocity and an ability to maximize his arm length for leverage against opposing linemen. I noticed his movement along the line of scrimmage on running plays is deliberate and mechanically efficient, utilizing his lateral agility and explosive engagement from the neutral stance to exert pressure on offensive formations and compress the pocket. His ability to initiate contact is facilitated by a long arm technique augmented by a forceful chopping motion, while his rotational strength enables displacement of blockers in the run game, resulting in high disruption potential. On the flip side, despite these attributes, Young's cognitive processing speed during live play remains a limiting factor. Now, some will say there was a noticeable decline in burst and acceleration that has impacted his overall explosiveness. While the ACL injury he suffered may have limited him somewhat in the past, it doesn't seem like that's the case this year. As you can see here, Young's explosiveness off the line remains elite. Now, for a bit of context, the average get-off speed for an NFL defensive end is 0.88 seconds. As you can see by my graph, Young was faster than that in 12 out of the 17 games last season. And even in the few instances where he wasn't, he was only a few hundredths of a second off. And by season end, he posted an average get-off time of 0.83. As they say, speed kills. And when you compare him to the Bears' edge rushers on this graph, it's clear, week in and week out, Young was simply quicker off the line than both the Chicago Bears starters. Also, is of note, while he effectively engages first contact and maintains an optimal strike radius against blockers, his constrained stop and start mechanic and his suboptimal agility reduces his effectiveness in executing stunt maneuvers and adjusting pursuit angles towards the quarterback. Additionally, although capable of disrupting interior run schemes under favorable conditions, against the run, Young could be disruptive but lacks consistency. His run stuff percentage was only 5.3%, which is serviceable but not elite. To enhance his impact, improvements in reaction latency during the secondary phase of pass rushing sequences and a more refined decision making under dynamic conditions would be critical. Nevertheless, he remains a high caliber defensive end with the capacity to generate substantial pressure as a pass rushing specialist. While the injury issues that scared the Bears in the past seem to be just that, in the past, one more common critique from Bears fans is that Young lacks work ethic or motivation. But let's hear what Dennis Allen has to say about that. Everything he's done from this point coming in here, he's exceeded expectations in terms of his work ethic, in terms of coming in and doing everything we've asked him to do. He's bought into everything, and when you see him out here, you notice him. When he's on the field, he's a disruptive force. That's honestly quite an endorsement. As we all know, this comes down to money, and honestly, the Bears had plenty of it. But if I had to give you guys a contract, I'd have to go based on the market value, somewhere in the range of 3 years, 45, with an average annual value of $15 million. Now, of course, this is pure speculation on my part, but being only 26 years old, I think he'd be well worth that. Now, I want to know what you guys think. Should the Bears make a run at Chase Young, or do you have someone else in mind? Let me know in the comments below. Again, I want to thank you all for watching. I have plenty of more videos on the way as we gear up for the Combine and NFL free agency. So don't forget to subscribe to be the first to know when those videos go live. And until next time, bear down.